Now, the Real Housewives of Dubai just recently filmed their reunion. And let me just say to you guys that their looks were phenomenal. I mean, you could tell these ladies are of wealth because when I tell you they brought it, they truly brought it. So let's just take a look at these different looks that these ladies gave and that they served because it was. Let's start with first and foremost Caroline Stansberry. Sarah Amadati. Tylene, the reason why I want to give Tylene a hand clap is because Tylene came onto the platform and she did exactly what was needed to be done. Caroline Brooks. Lisa Milan. And last but not least, Chanel Ayan. Woo! Yes, that was truly. Those looks were like truly amazing. And I mean, just by looking at like the whole scene of it all, like you can tell that it is going to be a juicy reunion. Now, I'm trying to think like, everyone is always on the edge of their seat to see exactly what the seating arrangement is going to consist of. And I think we already know how it's going to play out. Just by looking at the end of the season, how it played out, and only to know that the season finale is just like days away. So you can tell that Ayan is going to be head of the couch on one end, and on the other end, it's going to be Lisa at the head of the couch. On Ayan's side, you're going to have Ayan, you're going to have Caroline Stansberry, and you're going to have Tylene. My prediction, mind you, my prediction. On the other side, you're going to have Lisa, Sarah, and then you'll have Caroline Brooks. Or, I'm sorry, I take that back. You're going to have Lisa, you're going to have Caroline Brooks, and then you're going to have Sarah. That's exactly how it's going to play out. It's a lot that needs to be uncovered. I'm hoping that, once they hash things out on this reunion, that they can mend fences and go back to their friendship, how things were. But I digress. I want to reel it back in, only because this last episode I feel like it's the catalyst to what is going to play out for the season finale. It's the straw that broke the camel's back, pretty much. And you can tell, you begin to see this disconnect when it comes to Ayan and when it comes to Lisa. Even though they're trying so hard to keep the connection, but you can tell that there is a disconnect. You can tell that they truly, and that's on both ends, they truly did not get over that argument, that fight that ensued between them several episodes ago. I felt as if they just swept it under the rug, and they did that to save face because they didn't want to be embarrassed amongst the other women. I mean, because the other women see them as being like thick as thieves. They're truly best friends, and when you see a crack within a relationship, whether it be marital, partnership, or friendship, it is embarrassing. It can be very much so embarrassing, especially when you guys have portrayed to be so close and that nothing can, break up a friendship. So I feel like they really didn't hash things out the way that they should have, truthfully. And to be honest with you, maybe it should have been certain things that should have been discussed behind closed doors, so that way they can get back on that rightful pathway that they used to be on. But I was able to, thanks to Bravo, of course, I was able to get clips of the upcoming season finale, and pretty much again what's gonna lead up to the blow up between Lisa and Ayan. And it seemed, just looking at the first 5-6 minutes of the season finale, it appears that things were good. Here you have Ayan and her husband meeting up with Lisa and her husband, and they decided to have breakfast together. And let me just say, when they complement each other so much, and I mean both relationships. Look, here you have Ayan and her husband. And you have Lisa and her husband. And again, they're all sitting down and they're having breakfast, pretty much discussing the blowout that happened last night when they were all together at the dinner. That was truly something else. And that was a very intense, heated argument between Lisa and Tylene, and it was it was crazy, to say the least. But basically, you have Lisa pretty much letting Ayan know how much she loves her, the fact that Ayan always has her back. And now, I mean, of course, this is what we want to see. I mean, it's good to see that they are getting along, right now in that moment. Pretty much, how a true friendship is and what it's all about. But here on the other hand, meanwhile, while they're having their breakfast over there, the ladies are also having breakfast on the other side of the hotel, in their hotel room, and they're discussing, what happened last night, how they feel that Lisa was pretty much doing too much. She was going above and beyond, and it was starting to get to a point of disrespect. And pretty much they're putting out there how Lisa feels that she's kind of inferior, to the ladies, that she feels like she's the only one that has a business and that no one else really is doing anything. And all the ladies are they're just not on her level, and all the ladies are beginning to feel it. And this is the discussion that they're having about that. So me personally, this is where I feel that Ayan had some sort of revelation. Subconsciously, something came about in Ayan's head where she felt the need to have to show proof of her own identity. And I'm saying this because of, later on, as we proceed forward, they all get together yet again, and Tylene pretty much wants to have a conversation with Lisa to discuss what transpired the night before, but that seems like that was a bad idea, because yet again it caused another blow up between the two of them, so much so that Lisa begins getting up, she storms off, and now it leaves the ladies with Ayan. And pretty much they were stating how Ayan is always going to have Lisa's back, even when Lisa is wrong, and she's not going to tell her when she's wrong. And it seems like it's at the expense of the ladies. She's willing to sell the ladies just to appease Lisa. And I feel like in that moment, and I'm not even going to say in that moment, I just feel like this is something that's always been percolating in Ayan's head. That it appears that Ayan is Lisa's puppet. that, you know, she has her, like, you know, Lisa's a little puppeteer, and, you know, she has Ayan exactly where she wants her to be. And, you know, if Lisa's upset, then Ayan should be upset. If Lisa just threw shade on one of the ladies, now it's time for Ayan to do the same. So it just seems like she's just the puppeteer master, and I feel like Ayan kind of feels that in a sense. And Ayan is pretty much now needing to prove and show to these ladies that she does have her own identity. And this is where I feel as if why things are going to go awry between Ayan and Lisa's relationship. I could be wrong. Look, I'm just dissecting. I'm just peeling the layers, trying to understand. But this is my take of things. But look, we'll have to watch that season finale and see exactly how things find out. And then fast forward, we'll have to watch the reunion to see how things play out as well.